What would happen if you took the 12 finest race drivers in the world?
He's spinning down the front straight, the back straight, going into top 9.
We've got an accident off the start.
All of the greatest racing drivers in the world.
And he's going to give him a little help. There it is. Whoa!
He's up inside Bell. You see, he's made Bell spin. Unbelievable.
The premise, of course, is to determine who would be the world's greatest race driver.
Bobby Rahal and Michael Andretti tangled with one another.
Here comes Jeff Gordon around Zanardi.
Son and father touch coming down. Bobby Labonte has won IROC 25 race number 4 and has won the championship in the silver anniversary season.
Well, it's finally been done in an international race of champions.
ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports, welcomes you to Daytona International Speedway. As for the 22nd time, this facility hosts 12 of the world's best race drivers competing in the True Value International Race of Champions. On the front row from the Indy Racing League, Scott Sharp. And representing the World of Outlaw Sprint Car Series, Danny Lasowski. Sharp will drive the gold Pontiac Firebird from pole position. Lasowski, the defending Outlaw champion, will be in white. Row number 2 from the NASCAR Winston Cup Series, Sterling Marlin. And last year's winner of the Indianapolis 500, Helio Castroneves. Marlin in dark blue is in his second IROC series. Castroneves, one of 5 rookies in the field, will be in dark orange. In the third row from the NASCAR Busch Series, Kevin Harvick. And representing the Indy Racing League, Al Unser Jr. Harvick is last year's Busch Series champion, will drive the orange Firebird. Unser in yellow is tied with Dale Earnhardt for most IROC wins. In row number 4, representing the Indy Racing League, Buddy Lazier. And Bobby Labonte from the NASCAR Winston Cup Series. Lazier, a former Indy 500 winner and IRL champion, will be in light blue. Labonte in silver is the defending IROC champion. Back in row 5, 2 from the NASCAR Winston Cup Series, Dale Jarrett. And Tony Stewart, second to Labonte in last year's IROC series. Jarrett will drive the Aqua Pontiac Firebird, and Stewart will be in black. And in the final row, representing the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series, Jack Sprague. And from the Indy Racing League, Sam Hornish Jr. Sprague in medium blue is the defending Truck Series champion, and Hornish in green is the defending IRL titleist.
In Knoxville, Iowa, in a sprint car. He said he was on a pavement track for 2 days testing, but now he's on the front row at Daytona. How about that, guys?
And a nice start as everybody comes down side by side, takes the green flag, and the 26th season of the True Value International Race of Champions is indeed underway. And we look up toward the front row, and I don't think there's anybody that isn't wondering at this moment how Danny Lasowski in that white car is going to do. But Scott Sharp on the pole position and Lasowski stay side by side as they head down the backstretch. But now Sterling Marlin in that dark blue car begins to come forward, and Scott Sharp is losing out here as he is passed both to the outside and the inside. Marlin is going to grab the lead. Lasowski still has that high line and everybody in back of him. They come through corner number 4 and down through the trioval for the first time. So Scott Sharp has lost several positions here in the opening lap. Marlin, it appears, is going to lead lap number 1. And the dude, Danny Lasowski, will drop the third as Al Unser Jr. sticks his yellow car up in front in second position, but the caution is out.
Well, what a great start for Danny Lasowski. When you think about it, it's got to be so thrilling just to start here at Daytona International Speedway. And he gets to turn 1 first. That's got to be a thrill.
It sure didn't take him long to get full wide on the back straightaway either, did it? This is going to be a heck of a race.
It is. It always amazes me after just getting the experience last year for a couple of times how quickly. Oh, there we go.
We did not see that originally. That's why the caution is out. Sam Hornish
and Castroneves
and Helio Castroneves came together coming off the corner, and Hornish took a pretty good shot, and so did Castroneves for that matter.
Yeah, I'd say both of those cars have some damage. That's just a factor of wanting to get back in line. You know, you don't want to be side by side unless you've decided that's what you want to do. If you get back in line, you can draft better, and that's just 2 cars one trying to get behind the other trying to get in front of a guy, and they just got into each other.
again. That is Scott Sharp on pole, Danny Lasowski on the outside of row number 1, Sterling Marlin in dark blue, and that now is Elio Castroneves in the lime green car as they get up to speed, headed for turn number 1. And look at Castroneves as he will go 3 wide into turn number 1, and he may have the lead here as they come out of corner number 1.
Well, he's going where Sam was last time. He must have known that was the fast line, I suspected.
And Lasowski is the one that's being hung out. He drops back to the near rear of the field.
Well, you have to admire Castroneves for just getting in there and going, you know what I mean? He just got in a wreck out in the other car, and boom, off he went to go try to get the lead.
Hornish there in the lime green car at the high side of the racetrack still trails the field, but it's Scott Sharp who has the advantage. Unlike last time, he's going to lead them down off corner number 4 and apparently will lead lap number 1. Marlin running in the 2nd position. That is Kevin Harvick from the NASCAR Busch Series running 3rd. And then Al Unser Jr. on board with Kevin Harvick. Oh, contact between Harvick and Sharp there in a straightaway. And that's Al Unser Jr. taking 3rd, and Kevin drops back to 4th. That is saying a lot, and I know you've raced a lot with Kevin, haven't you, Jeff?
Yeah, not only did he do all those things, he raced under tremendous pressure with having to drive that car that Dale Earnhardt was out of. You know, that's a lot for a young man to put on. And he ran a lot of 2 shows every weekend. He'd run in one part of the country, then go to another part and race on Sunday. He did a great job. His team did a great job. And, you know, they raced under tremendous pressure, so he deserves a lot of credit for what they did last year.
Now there's Kevin Harvick in the middle along with Al Unser Jr. And here comes this low line led by Tony Stewart with Castroneves right behind. And Hornish is right in there also, running in the 5th spot.
So much for that number 3 wide stuff.
Yeah, they took a lap rest, I guess, didn't they?
So now Tony Stewart will come down and lead this lap. Al Unser Jr. running 2nd, 3 wide down through the tri-oval.
Man, that's tight racing right there. Like I said, that tri-oval was much more return than people realize. And 3 wide through there is hairy, and they're doing it as if there's nothing to it. So they're
back into the car gets light, doesn't it? Especially when you're in traffic.
Exactly right.
On board with Bobby Labonte, looking back to Danny Lasowski and Sam Hornish. Laps ago, we'll take a look at it. He's running beside Sam Hornish, and here's what happened off of 4.
Well, we'll see. What happened was the car behind him just pulled up behind him right here. He gets loose. When you get loose, you got to turn the wheel, and then he just bounced the car up against him and did a great job right there to keep him spinning that car, hitting that inside wall.
So Stewart has the lead with 1 more lap to go. Sam Hornish is running 2nd. Scott Sharp is in 3rd position. And that's Jack Sprague up there in 4th, battling with Al Unser Jr., who suddenly finds himself not in the lead of this race, but in 5th position. Is Tony Stewart going to be able to hold on to the lead for the next half lap?
We'll see if Sam Hornish can do the same thing that Al Unser Jr. had done to him. He just wants to see if he gets underneath there and makes a good run on lead here in 3 and 4.
Tony Stewart's best finish in IROC here prior to today was 2nd in 2000. He started 2nd, finished 2nd. Let's see how things shake out as they come off the banking and head for the checkered flag. Stewart and Hornish and Sharp, but they come down. There will be no move, and Tony Stewart wins round 1 of True Value IROC 26, holding off strong challenges by some Indy Racing League drivers. Sam Hornish 2nd after crashing on the 1st lap. Scott Sharp finishes 3rd, then Jack Sprague 4th, and Al Unser Jr., who led for most of this race. He led 24 laps, but he finished in 5th.